I got an offer with EY. I feel like that's like so far that's the main offer I've gotten that's giving me what I need. So gotten the offer from EY. I've tried to do the onboarding process as well. And they're also like should I on first time basis checking up, sending necessary information for me to prepare myself before the program starts because the program is supposed to start in September. So yes, it's been successful and I'm really, really happy and grateful. Like I said in the message as well to you, Giselle and Craig, it's been I feel like when you've been searching for something for a long time, pushing towards it, and then you get the help you need, and that confidence comes in, and then you get the desired results. That's the way I feel. So I'm really grateful about that. Thank you.
Fantastic. Really, congratulations to you for getting the job offer. Super exciting.
Yes, it is. I'm really happy about it. It is good. Awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And I know, it has not been an easy process for you in terms of the application, and super excited to see the offer, coming through. And yeah, so essentially in this call, just to give you a little bit of heads up, so in this course, I want to understand a little bit better on how we have supported you, and of course, in this call, I will ask you a couple of questions just to understand, how you feel about the program, and also just a little bit introduction about your background, and so that I can take any kind of sort of feedback forward, and then understand how the program really helped you with your application, and also helped you in terms of your career in general. And this way, for me, I can understand and also potentially share with other students who are interested in getting into the program, or other students who are interested in getting into EY or Big Four in general. So in this case, first of all, perhaps if you can just in general walk me through again your a quick intro of your background, university that you studied, and your career direction, that would be the best.
All right then, no problem. Okay, in that event, I just start. My name is Oyin, and I'm majorly into the business field. I've studied, I did a bachelor's degree in insurance in the University of Lagos. That's back in Nigeria, in my home country. And then I came into the UK, and I've done 2 master's degrees. A first master's in accounting and finance at Shepherd Hallam University, and then another master's in Masters of Business Administration. So basically, my whole passion has just been about working in business. So to me, that's been that's my career path and goal, which is what I've been chasing and following up until basically this point as well. That's what I intend to still continue with.
Perfect. That's super cool. And just so we understand, what were your challenges in your applications before you joining, our one-to-one coaching program?
Mainly I had issues because I was successful with making basic applications. I got to points where I had to do like the assessments. So either the video assessments or the verbal assessments as well. So those were good. But I felt like I still needed direction or assistance in trying to tailor my CV better because I had a couple of rejections when it came to CVs as well as writing cover letters as well. But then I was okay with making applications, had successes with some where I had to do the assessments as well. But then regardless, this program has assisted me in making sure I'm able to tailor my CV better because I've gotten training on that. I also know how to better tailor cover letters as well based on the roles. Giselle taught me how to read in between the lines for job descriptions to pick up on what needs to be put into into your CV or into a cover letter to stand out apart from other people that are also applying for that particular role. Yeah, and then I also learned about assessment center. Prior to joining the program, I've never done an assessment center before. So doing an assessment and getting training on it beforehand also allowed me and gave me the confidence boost to stand out apart from every other person that came for that assessment center as well. So those are the major things I've learned.
That's fantastic. That's really good. And these are the trainings that we're trying to provide to all of the students in general. And I'm super glad that these are the, sort of the highlights of your learning and trainings that you have taken out of the one-to-one coaching program. That's fantastic. And out of interest, what made you feel like right at the beginning, what made you decide to join a one-to-one coaching program?
I would say firstly the reviews, because I first saw about your program on Instagram, to be fair. Because I got to points where I kept on applying and applying, getting to assessments and then getting rejected. And I felt like, because I always believe that everyone should be willing to learn on a regular basis. So I felt there was maybe a block or a stumbling block there that I needed to better myself on. So I started searching online and checking different outputs to see how I could better myself, and I came across your page on Instagram. So going through your reviews and then also having that discussion with you prior gave me that confidence that, okay, I'm at the place where I can get the help I need to attain my goals. So these things just made me go into this one-to-one program. And I think I felt more confident and secure since you were easily accessible as well. So when I had questions, you were able to answer them. And then the assurance you gave me as well. So I felt like, okay, this is where I'll get the help I need to attain my particular goals. So I joined.
Fantastic. That's really good. That's really good. And it is important for you to go through like the resources and also look at the reviews and everything that you can find on the internet before you join any kind of program in general. So I do appreciate that as well, Oyin, for going through all of that. And do you feel like, was there anything in particular in the program that really helped you? And why do you think it was so efficient?
I would say rather than a thing, is more like a person, because I feel like I'm someone that I believe you need to give honor, or should I say credit to whom it is due. I'll say Giselle has been a big support for me, because when I came into the program, I already had that EY offer for the assessment letter center, but I didn't know how to go about it. And then our first meeting, she gave me that assurance and confidence that, oh, you don't need to worry. I'll walk you through the steps on it as well. And then I have to also say Craig was also really good, because he helped me with providing necessary resources that I need, or to help me with preparing for the assessment center. So in general, I'll say mainly the person, because if I had any questions, it was easy to reach out to her. And then it was easy for her to also take me through how to make sure I'm in line with what's expected. At least the one thing I believe I've picked up on is when I'm looking at a job description, I'm looking at how to dissect each word and trying to understand it better, rather than just looking at the surface information of what it is, but rather what I'll benefit from it, what I can add to it as well. So I'll say that was what majorly, or one major thing that I learned, and it was through her as well. And then the fact that I was also able to get resources from the bank that he provided as well. I was able to look through the bank as well to see different pointers in terms of assessment centers, or what to in case we had like any verbal or situational judgment assessments at all during the assessment centers as well. So yes, the resources and then the coach, yes, they were really, really, really good for me.
Really, really good. That's great. That's great. And how did you feel about the group exercise part, the weekly group
I felt confident, to be fair, going into the assessment center. I felt really confident, and I think it's because prior to that, I think it was maybe a day or two before the assessment center that I spoke with Giselle, and then I brought up my concerns about the fact that I've not done it before. I don't know what to expect. So Craig then assisted me with like past questions and resources that I can look from different companies as well to better myself. So I shared that with Giselle, and then we went through it. Did a few, should I use the word mock, where she just asked me some questions and saw how I felt like with it. Gave me a few tips and pointers that I'm still going to retain till mind. So for instance, the feedback I'll say for people that are doing assessment centers is try to stand out during the group presentations. Don't try to be more of a someone that overrides others when they're discussing. Be willing to accept people's feedbacks as well, and be willing to encourage somebody else to bring a feedback. It makes you stand out as a leader. That's one of the major points I learned as well. So yes, the assessment centers, the pointers on how to make sure I'm, standing out, how to make sure I'm also listening to others and not just trying to push myself forward, making it look like one is being selfish or not paying attention to what the fact of teamwork is, which is what is very important as well, depending on the culture of the organization. That's another thing I learned as well. Paying attention to the culture of the organization and emulating that during the assessment of group presentations. So yes, those are things that helped me during the assessment.
Perfect. That's really good. That's really good. And then, assessment center is one of the hardest part of the whole recruitment process because you usually just have like, a couple of assessment center, maybe one or two, and you pretty much nailed the first one you've ever had.
Yes, I was very proud of myself. I'm never going to lie because at that point I was like, oh, what's it going to be like? But I felt like going there and the fact that I already had like, should I use a mental image of what it was going to be like, given what Giselle told me as well. And then also with the review or because I did a bit of research, checked on like YouTube to see how assessment centers tend to be like and things like that. So I know what the field is like. So I already had that bit, or say a bit of confidence getting there, be able to network a bit better. Then one thing I also learned was to get there early at ease. That way, so I got there really early, between other people that were there, try to network around. So in a way, it puts me more at ease when I went to when the whole program fully started. So it was more like meeting people I already spoke with. The awkwardness was not as much as I think it would have been, maybe, because I already spoke to them from the door. Oh, hello, how are you doing? Little just conversations and things like that. So it made it more easy for me as well.
Oh, perfect. That's really good. Really good. And as well, Owen, as a result of your training and learning in the one-to-one coaching program, what was the outcome?
Success. It was I got an offer with EY. I feel like that's like so far that's the main offer I've gotten that's giving me what I need. So gotten the offer from EY. I've started to do the onboarding process as well. And they're also like, should I on first time basis checking up, sending necessary information for me to prepare myself before the program starts, because the program is supposed to start in September. So yes, it's been successful and I'm really, really happy and grateful. Like I said in the message as well to you, Giselle and Craig, it's been, I feel like, when you've been searching for something for a long time, pushing towards it, and then you get the help you need and that confidence comes in and then you get the desired results. That's the way I feel. So I'm really grateful about that. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah, so super. I'm super excited to see, you getting the offer. It was Giselle who told me first, actually. And it's super cool because you know why? I usually most of the students would, get their results or offers about like March or April, but your one came a little bit late. So I was like, oh, it's quite tight, right? It's
Yeah.
literally probably the last batch of the application, and you got straight in. So fantastic. Well
Yes.
done. Oh,
Thank you so much. I was also not expecting it, to be honest. It was like a case whereby initially I was on hold. I got the email that I was on hold. Then next thing I know, I was to go into the assessment center, and then next thing I know, I was put on hold again after the assessment, and then next thing I got the whole thing. So at that point, I was just telling Giselle that okay, it looks like I've been put on hold now. Let's just see what happens. Then I got the offer. Then there was a condition on it again based on the onboarding. So I just finished and got that full confirmation now, and I was like, yes, finally got it.
perfect. Congratulations. That's so amazing. So amazing, Oyin. And sometimes you just need one offer, and that's it. Doesn't matter how many applications you send, it's just the one offer, and it's a good offer for you. Deserved as well for all the efforts you have put into your applications. Very well done. Very well. And last thing as well, and what would be your advice for other students who might be interested in joining the one-to-one coaching program?
Please join it. And one thing that Minke told me at the beginning is don't stop believing in yourself and put in the work as well. You can join into a program, but if you're not putting in the work, you will not get any feedback or you will not get any results. So join it, you get very good support coaches, you get regular updates and information. You have a big bank where you can get different past questions as well, and different resources. And then another thing that's quite beneficial is the fact that you get different vacancies and opportunities on a weekly basis as well. So that would be really good for you. So yes, please join the one-to-one. I believe if you put in the work and the effort, always meet up with your meetings and doing the necessary assessments, you will get a success story as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
It's super amazing, to be honest, because like a lot of students look up to, your offers, to be honest. And you having done that would inspire more students also wanting to do that. And that's the most important part. A lot of people don't believe that they can actually do it and then they give up halfway through. But you have been very consistent with your application and putting all the efforts and the hard work, and eventually, you get the
exactly. And I always say it's just
best
one good
offer.
offer you need. You don't need more than one. You can't work in more than one place, to be fair. So just one good offer, and then that's it. Just continue work, and I'll say grace as well.
100%, 100%. Fantastic, fantastic going.
You can definitely share. I hope it inspires people as well to go into the one-to-one and also inspires them not to give up. Because I know that, for instance, as an international, it can be quite stressful and sometimes it looks impossible to ever get a company that will be very good and you get a sponsorship or offer as well. So I hope whoever listens to it picks it as an inspiration to do better, to keep searching for their goals and focus on it, target it, and work with it. And I believe by God's grace or whatever they believe in, it comes into fruition for them.
100%, 100%.